Greetings to all those who are watching, not so much to those who aren't. What I have for you today is a very special video. Not only is this my first video on YouTube, but it's also my first time putting together a home studio. So that's special times 2. I have no idea what I'm doing, or perhaps more accurately, I have very limited experience with home studios. For the past few months, I've been doing a ton of research on video equipment, sound gear, everything, and it's all finally coming together in this video. So if you're new to this as well and you're thinking of starting your own home studio, you can laugh along with me, and I hope you learn something from this. And those of you who are experienced, you could laugh at me, fair enough. So what I'll do is I'll start from the beginning of the day with a simple setup using my phone and tripod, and I'll build up from there. So let's get started. Alright, so this is my base setup. I got my Galaxy S7 shooting video and recording audio, and it's on a selfie tripod. And I'm also using my old Galaxy S5 with a mirroring app to make sure I am in frame. The video footage from the Galaxy S7 is actually not too bad, but the microphone's picking up too much ambient noise, so that's the first thing I'll upgrade. And I'll be doing that with the Rode Wireless Go. Now, the reason why I chose this system over others is because it's small, compact, and suits my needs. Well, almost. The cable that it comes with is not suitable for use with phones, so both sides are TRS, whereas I need one side to be TRS and the other one to be TRRS. So it's missing one of the R's. So I just got one of those cables on order, and hopefully it will come tomorrow so that I can continue shooting the sequence. Alright, fast forward 2 days later, I got the cable that I need to connect the Rode Wireless Go to the Galaxy S7. You can see that one side is black and one side is gray. The gray side has that extra ring, the extra R on there. So if you want to use a Wireless Go with your phone, be sure you have the cable that has the one ring. In the meantime, while I was waiting for the cable, I was writing out a script for my video outline. That way it will help speed up my video recording phase. I figured that would be useful since I'm always lost for words. So now I got the Wireless Go set up, and as you can notice, the sound improved quite a bit, but I'm not stopping there and we'll continue with the Rode Lavalier GO. And since the Rode Wireless GO and the Rode Lavalier GO both have the word Go in them, I figured that they go together. So let's pair them up. Now I got the Lavalier GO wired up to the Wireless GO, and I have the Wireless Go tucked in the back right here. Not only do I get an increase in sound quality, but the Lavalier looks much more discreet than having a big module hanging off your shirt or what have you. What have I? A shirt. So let's try this wireless thing out. So, no matter where I go, no matter where I come from, and no matter where I hide, you can still hear me. But that's not all. We're gonna keep the momentum going with the GoPro Hero 9. Now, why a GoPro? Why an expensive action camera? It's just that when I was thinking about a small, compact camera for shooting a second angle in 4K, GoPro was the only thing that came into mind. And so I went for it. Could I have had a go at something else? Maybe, but now I have my very own action camera. It's pretty exciting. The reason why I went with a Hero 9 instead of a Hero 8, which is $100 cheaper, is because of the front preview screen. If I wanted to achieve the same thing on a Hero 8, I would need to buy the media mod, a display mod, which both cost about $160. And after doing the math, the choice was pretty easy, and I basically saved $60 getting the Hero 9. Plus the Hero 9 has a bigger touchscreen and has better features, most of which I probably won't ever use, but they're there if I need them. Well, what about an external mic for the GoPro Hero 9? Unfortunately, a regular USB-C to 3.5mm cable doesn't work. You need to buy either the media mod or the GoPro mic adapter to hook up an external mic. However, I only need footage from the Hero 9 since I'm getting audio from other devices. Switching the momentum to the accessories I got for the Hero 9, I got the Dayard accessory kit, which comes with tempered glass screen protectors for the back screen, the front screen, and the lens. And it also comes with lens cap and a silicone protective case for higher risk scenarios. I didn't put a screen protector on the lens for the same reason why photographers don't put screen protectors on their lenses. It's not very professional unless you're throwing your GoPro off a cliff, which, come to think of it, isn't professional either. But I'm sure there's a scenario that's suitable for it. However, if the lens happens to get scratched, it can easily be removed and replaced, which is a very photographable feature. So instead of using a screen protector for the lens, the kit came with 2 lens covers, one for use with the silicone case and the other for use without the silicone case, which is what I will be using when I stow away my GoPro. So yeah, that's a very professional thing to do. Coming up next is the Artman GoPro battery charger with 2 aftermarket batteries. This one's pretty good. I've had good experience with this so far. I got a SanDisk 128GB micro SD card with a SanDisk micro SD card reader to make things easier. Now let's talk about lighting. It's getting a little bit dark out. It's cloudy, so I need some extra light for the video. And for that, I got an LED ring light. I decided to go with the ring light as my first lighting equipment because it provides great overall lighting with just the one ring. Lighting equipment can get very expensive, but I didn't want to go for anything that's cheap in quality. So I got the Neewer LED ring, and it also comes with a light stand. LED rings are actually pretty big. They look smaller on the pictures. I like the build quality of this LED ring, and it has a dimmer switch on here, has a hot shoe slot right here, and I like it. So let's get this thing set up. Alright, so now I got the LED ring set up to my left, and I got the window to my right, so that should balance out the lighting right now. So now that we have that set up, let's upgrade the main tripod. And for that, I got the Endurax Tripod, which is my best pick for a quality tripod for just under $40. This tripod comes with a travel bag, and here's the tripod. What I like about this tripod is that it has swivel feet, so when I upgrade my tripods in the future for my home studio, this is still a solid tripod for outdoor use. So this is the tripod with the legs fully extended. However, it can go higher with this knob here, and it has a potential height of about 67 inches. And while we're on the topic of tripods, I also got myself this mini tripod. Out of all the tripods I've seen on Amazon, this tripod by Qubo is by far the most versatile tripod on the market, with a height ranging from 8.8 inches down to 4.9 inches, and it could go even lower by taking off the ball head off the tripod or using the ball head separately. It has a nice sleek design with the legs built with aluminum and high quality plastic. Now, here is the big finale as far as video recording goes for my home studio. And that is the Panasonic Lumix G85. I've been doing a ton of research on which mirrorless camera I should go with, And the three big players when it comes to 4K video are Canon, Sony, and Panasonic. So why did I decide to go with the Lumix G85 over the other mirrorless cameras out there? Here are the key features that led me to deciding on this camera. It has a flip articulating LCD touchscreen. It has two knobs for adjusting various settings and two knobs for camera modes for a total of 4 rotating knobs. That's more than the other cameras. It has many buttons, including 5 customizable function buttons. It has great camera stabilization. It has Wi-Fi remote control, and of course the price for what you get right out of the box, which includes a pretty nice kit lens. Since I never owned a DSLR or a mirrorless camera in the past, I decided that it was wise to invest into a video guide by Video Shooter Academy, which covers all the necessary settings on the Lumix G85 specifically for video recording. I later took the time to learn how to use it for photography as well. Since the Lumix G85 has great built-in stabilization, I've been shooting most of the B-roll shots with it. As for the accessories that I got for the Lumix G85, I got the 128GB SD card. I got this gray card to quickly set the white balance. I got a Neewer 82mm ND filter for shooting outdoors, and I also got the step-up ring for it. I went with this setup to future-proof my equipment, so then when I have a bigger lens, all I need to do is just swap out the step-up ring instead of changing out expensive ND filters. This ND filter is not too expensive, but you get the point. Next, I got the external power supply so that I won't have to rely on batteries for long sessions. I got the kit that runs off of the 120 volt outlet, and I also got some adapters for use with a 5 volt power bank. For cleaning products, I got a lens cleaner and I got dry wipes for it. I was thinking of ditching the lens cleaner and just go with wet wipes, but some people in the reviews complained that the wet wipes got dry over time, so I decided to go with dry wipes and a lens cleaner. It'll last longer. However, cleaning the lens with wipes is not the first thing that you want to do. If you just need to clean off dust, you would need the air blaster. So this is a small air blaster, and I think that this is a proper size. There are bigger ones, but I'm not sure why I would need those taking up space. It's not like I'm running a furnace or something. And finally, I got the MOTU camera backpack in which to store and transport my video gear and accessories. But guys, that was just the video department of my humble home studio. Now we're going to be transitioning into sound gear. And to kick it off in that direction, I'm going to start with the Dario Power Base to power all my equipment. It features a low profile body with a total of 8 outlets, 3 of them of which are widespread for wall wart power supplies. So now that we got a base for power, we need a base for audio recording. And for that, I got here the MOTU M2 audio interface. This is a great budget audio interface that comes with a 2-channel hardware monitoring screen, MIDI ports, and of course all the other ports that other audio interfaces have. The performance at this price with this package is quite amazing according to some of the reviewers who have experience in the industry. I just took their word for it, and it seems to be so. Next, I got the Tama Ironworks mic stand. Now, I was really picky about mic stands because I had bad experiences with cheap mic stands in the past, and I wanted a mic stand that will last me for years to come. So after watching through a few video reviews on different mic stands, I came across this Tama mic stand, and I knew I had to get it. When I received it, I took it out of the box, I unfolded it, I twisted every knob, I extended every arm, and I just stood back and said, wow, now this is a quality mic stand. This mic stand is made out of mostly metal parts, which adds the overall quality to the stand and also some weight to it, which will keep it from tipping over easily. Now, what do I need a mic stand for? To mount a mic. And for that, I got a Lauten Audio LA220. This is a large diaphragm microphone with which I'll be able to record various kinds of instruments, including my voice, if I so desire. So let's go ahead and install this microphone onto this mic stand. Well, apparently I need an adapter to fit this mic holder onto the mic stand. I should have tried this out beforehand, but since I didn't, I'm going to try out something funky. This is definitely not an ideal solution, but for now, it should work. Alright, make it look pretty. Along with the microphone, I got the Aston Shield pop filter. Not yet. Now. Perhaps not the most ideal pop filter for video podcasts, but it will do pretty well for audio recording. But before we start recording with the microphone, we'll need to connect the microphone to the MOTU M2 audio interface, and I'll be doing that with a Daddario XLR cable. Alright, so now I got the microphone hooked up to the audio interface, so now I need a way to monitor the sound coming in through the mic, and I'll be doing that with the AKG K240 semi-open studio headphones. I got the headphones here already hooked up, and so let's go ahead and adjust the volume. Check, check, check. Sure enough, I could hear myself. Sounds very nice. What's that? You want to hear it too? Sure, I could do that with the RCA to 3.5mm cable. However, I'll need to switch from my Galaxy S7. Yes, I was using the Galaxy S7 all this time, so then I could more readily take B-roll shots with my Lumix G85. So let me set up the G85 as the main camera here, and we'll hook up the MOTU M2 monitor output to the Lumix G85. So at this point, it's also worth mentioning that the day turned into night, and of course I lost the lighting from the window. So throughout this whole time I've been kind of playing around with the lighting. I still got the LED ring light to the left here. I got my desk light to the right, and then I'm also playing around with the ceiling lights. So it's all part of the process, and I'm still trying to figure things out. Alright, this is where Wi-Fi remote is pretty cool. Go ahead and make sure that's focused on me. Alrighty. I got the RCA to 3.5mm cable hooked up from the MOTU M2 audio interface, and I got that running into the Lumix G85, and so you should be able to hear that now, and I can also monitor that through the headphones, which is pretty cool. And yeah, sounds pretty nice. I like this. Now I'm going to play some instruments to see what they sound like, first through the Lauten mic. Then I'll play some instruments with an output that goes directly into the audio interface. I was going to play some melodies from my favorite bands, but then I found out that I'll be running the risk of copyright infringement or getting this video claimed or removed. However, the melody Amazing Grace is a public domain song for sure, so I'll play that melody for this demonstration. So the last thing I have for you that was doing its job but was out of sight was a do not disturb sign. Throughout this whole recording session I had it hung on the doorknob and it seems to have done its work. Lastly, I put a download link in the description below that lists out all the items that I bought for this home studio and the associated costs. And feel free to use it as a foundation for your gear inventory as well. I'll be honest, I didn't really have a budget limit. I just reasonably splurged where I thought necessary. So my total came just under $2,700. However, by no means think that you need all this equipment to get started for whatever you may want to do. I'm just showing you what I'm doing for my home studio. That's all I have for you in this video. If you are thinking of starting your own home studio, whether for video or sound, I hope this video was encouraging and helpful to you, and I hope you took something out of this video. Please hit the like and subscribe. That will help my channel a ton, maybe even a few tons. See you in the next video.